The temperatures are definitely dropping, so WBON TV is here at Madison HVAC, where we talk to Derek McElwee about the preventative measures you need to know about your unit and how to change your filters out in order to stay warm this winter.
With the recent storms and wind in your area, there is a good chance your roof could have damage. There is a limited window to report this to your insurance company to receive coverage. Call Unlimited Roofing today, and we will quickly do a free inspection. We are licensed, insured, and members of the Better Business Bureau.
The most important things to be aware of with your system at your house is changing your filter. That's the main thing that you can do as a homeowner that you're in control of. And we recommend changing your filter every 30 days. And the best way to remember that is when your electric bill comes, change your filter. Because it's one of the only things you can do in your house that directly impacts what your electric bill is going to be. Because when you have any kind of restriction or dirt over your air filter and air can't move across it, it makes your system work harder. So you have a drop in efficiency based upon a lack of airflow. So that's probably the most important thing to stay up on as a homeowner. If your filter looks like this, when you can't see through it, I don't know if there's a light source that you can see behind it, but yeah, all that dirt's restricting airflow across it, and when you don't move air, you can't heat or cool. So a new filter would look more like this, and we recommend pleated filters, which is a continuous material that traps smaller particles. It's a much more involved process to get into your system and clean that. Sometimes it involves removing the coil, which can be rather expensive just due to dirt. And it's one of the things that you can do, just keeping up with your filter, that will always save you money. We offer Madison Plus, which is precision tune-ups. We offer those in various packages, anywhere from a 20-point inspection, where we verify all the components of your system and that everything's working properly, all the way up to 60-point inspections with airflow verification. So not only do we go in and make sure that your igniter for your furnace is working, but we also do airflow verifications to make sure that your system is moving air in your house correctly, because a lot of people have hot pockets in their house or cold pockets. In the summer, the house is wonderful except for Tommy's room. And Tommy's room is always 10 degrees hotter than the rest of the house in the summer. And we can fix that. But as part of Madison Plus and the precision tune-ups that we do, we can easily identify those things and give you options to rectify anything that's wrong with them. So there's always this thing that it snows outside, drive by your house, look at all the neighbors' houses, and do you have snow on your roof, and does your neighbor not? So if your house on the street is the first house that has the snow melt off the roof, then you're obviously leaking a lot of heat out of your house. So we also provide installation services here because sometimes you have a working HVAC system, but you still have a high bill. You can have a brand new system, but if your house isn't insulated properly, you can still have high energy cost. In the winter, everybody starts getting static electricity in their houses. And a lot of people don't understand why we get that, but it's because of a lack of humidity in the air. So as it gets cooler, humidity levels drop, and then also as we're, especially with gas furnaces in a house, we're heating up the air and burning the humidity out of the air. So low humidity levels can cause a lot of like dry nose in the morning, sore throats. It really can mess with allergies a lot more. And it also, if you have wood floors in your house and your house starts creaking in the winter and you don't notice it in the summer, or you start getting separation between hardwood floors or even in drywall, and you start noticing cracks and stuff, it's all because of humidity. And also, your house tends to get a lot dustier in the winter because of the lack of humidity. And so we offer humidifiers for just about every system in the world, and there's a ton of different ones. But something new to the market is steam humidification, which is just a cartridge base and a standalone thing, and you don't have to mount it on the ductwork. You don't have to do a lot of ductwork modification. It has a cartridge and water and a drain, just like any other humidifier, but it actually creates steam and it injects steam into your systems. It's instant humidity that supplements what your house does, and your house will soak it up a lot better.
I also asked Derek what temperature is best to set your thermostat at, to which he replied that because of insulation and other factors, each house is different, so he was unable to give an answer. He said if you're really worried about saving as much money as possible, to just leave it off.
Set it where you're comfortable, because you're going to be spending money on your bills anyway, and it's much better to be comfortable in your house than to be miserable and to save $15 a month. With the temperatures dropping, another area of concern is when the condensing unit or the outside unit of your system freezes up. So frost is normal when it gets cold outside on the outdoor unit, and there's a defrost board, and it should naturally defrost itself out. There's a sensor out there, and when a little bit of frost starts building up every 30, 60 or 90 minutes, depending on your system, it checks for the temperature of the coil and then defrosts it. If that's not working properly, then you start getting frost build up on the outdoor unit. And when you start getting frost build up on the outdoor unit, we talk about airflow again. So just like a dirty filter, air cannot move over the coil. That's really when your electric bills get crazy, and you don't notice it until you get your electric bill if you're not looking. It's good to, observe your property.
Keep these tips in mind so you don't feel the chill this winter. For WBON TV, I'm Marissa Hempel.